It's a Friday morning. Welcome back to the good old Southern IA. I didn't get as far as I was planning on getting last night with the tillage tool. Probably would have taken another probably hour and a half or something like that with all the running around. That means that we would have been home at like 11:30 or something like that, and then to start again this morning bright and early at 6. We'll just kind of quit where we were. But housekeeping stuff, if you didn't know, you guys are tuned into the iowANFarmer YouTube channel. It's spring vlog. We're trying to bring out as much farming content to you guys as we get ready, as we do put the crop in the ground. There you go, Ben. Good job. 6 a.m. Bear with me. My girlfriend Molly, she's editing all the videos to make sure you guys get that consistent content. All she asks is that you hit the thumbs up button to support the channel. Otherwise, she says that she'll make sure the next time that you're grilling that beautiful, juicy, corn-fed beef ribeye, that you accidentally cook it medium well to well done. Whew. Here's what our weather looks like we got coming. Not very pretty. We all seen what happens when it's supposed to rain. It's supposed to rain. It's like, just keep working until you can't. First thing this morning, I gotta weld this little piece back together. That's part of the harrow. And then I gotta get these springs out and get a new spring on there because we got a broken shank on one of them. Once you know, new sweatshirt, welding, first thing in the morning. I haven't even had this on for an hour yet. Cut enough? Apparently not. Okay, we'll cut more. Should have. There we go. Yep. Yep. So if the weather holds out on us, we might be planting beans and finishing up corn today. Pretty sure that box is empty. Empty. Empty, full. So to tell them, or Dylan and Andrew, what soybeans I want on this for next, I need to make a little map for them. So we got the back of the buggy. There's the buggy. We'll do this. We'll say this truck. We got 4 boxes on this gal. You guys like my artwork so far? So this is a full 3.6. That's the one that's left. Leave on. So this will be a 3.4, 3.4, which is 3.499, I think is what it is. 3.499. And then this is a 3.6, which is 3.631. Last box of 3 6s. Okay. Okay, adios.
Alright.
See, call noon. Noon.
Why is it how I can do that so easily?
I think it's confusing. Ah! Pull it, Dylan. If you guys are new to the channel and you're wondering what my tool skid's all about right here, I actually did a whole video on it. I think I built it 2 winters ago, so I had it all season last year. Best thing I've ever done. Some of you have said if you talc your tracks that it keeps them cool. Good news is I got plenty of talc on hand right now. It's just mixed with a little bit of graphite. Down the road. So we got a spike missing off of the harrow back there. I got another one in the shop, so we'll get it put on, and then we're gonna do some of you farmers, you're just not gonna want to watch. Up right there. Listen, spike. Earlier this spring, I thought that was a railroad spike, and I wondered why we had a railroad spike in our shed. All right, close your eyes. Don't look at me run over corn. Don't look at this. Some might say, crop scouting. Tillage yoga. Yeah, that's looking a little bit wildly. I don't know about this one.
She doesn't look very happy. Pretty rough.
Can't tell if I'm doing a whole lot of good out here. I mean, I'm definitely burying more green stuff than what's previously being buried, and I'm probably leveling it. I don't think that this one's going to be really up for planting today. Don't think that's really going to happen. I mean, there's water standing in those ruts right there. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Whoa, we got ourselves a muddy spot. Time to test her out. That kind of takes a lot of the fun out. There was no spin. It just went right through that. Good quad track. probably thinking, what on earth are they doing? Like, what a mess do they have on their hands with that? What the heck was that? So this is an expired CRP field. The CRP program is the Crop Reserve. Basically, what's the acronym actually stand for? I can't remember off the top of my head. This field's 10-year contract expired last year. Therefore, warning, we might go a little ranty here. Therefore, you could either re-enroll it, but the payment on the CRP program went down drastically. In my opinion, good deal, good deal. But I'm a young farmer because I got to compete against the government for ground because they want the CRP program. And it's like, that's me as a row cropper. If I was a cattle guy, I'd be even more not liking the CRP program, because ground like this that would make good cattle pasture could be bid into CRP, and the government's going to pay. If the government's going to pay more per acre, that makes it basically fiscally impossible to grow a crop and come out ahead over just growing weeds. Something's wrong with that. There's ground that we could farm as farmers ourselves, but it was like the government's like going to say, hey, we'll pay you a bunch of money for that, and we put ground into CRP. It's like it made more sense to put it into CRP than try and grow a crop on it. That's wrong, in my opinion. And this isn't the best soils, it's steep. But the good news is that we have the equipment with the Soil Max tile plow to control the drainage on this farm. Does it mean it's going to be row crop forever and ever? Probably not. It might turn into a hay field or something like that. We'll make sure to steward the land correctly, control the water, which controls the runoff, which is the whole deal about one of the reasons why they want to have CRP, so they say. But in a long story short, basically, this was a CRP field. It's come out of its 10-year contract. The payment makes sense to try and grow a crop on it, especially where the crops prices are at. But don't worry, the government, they're already figured out that, oh my gosh, we can't outbid farmers for farm ground anymore. We better raise our CRP rental rates. So that's coming too. And I'm not a big fan of the CRP program, but I'm also biased against it because I have to bid against the government for ground by retiring farmers and stuff like that. And there's pieces of ground that I wanted to rent that got bid into CRP. And basically I've had them tell me that what they're going to pay me for CRP, I know that you will not make any money in farming it. And there goes a piece of ground into CRP for 15 years. Is the CRP program good for the environment? Absolutely, I would say yes. It does take acres that should be in production out of production because of water control issues. Nope, very pro land health. Very pro land health. So, not saying farm every acre. No. Back in the planter here, the rubble strips along the edge of the road. Those are so nice. So nice on the tractor. We're going to load the bean planter up real quick, and then we'll get the plant, and we got a pretty big field that we can get into. See if the weather holds off. Found out I was wrong. You got a broken depth gauge arm. Need my truck. What I need. Oh boy. Yeah. Plus that's a China one, exactly the one that I want to be wrenching on. Good news is we're doing a depth test here this year. Who knows how many acres in, probably a couple hundred that this has been broke. Burying it deep. I don't know, probably 4 inches deep. Yeah, them soybeans ain't coming up. And it's right now on the end, so it's like I got 2 rows of them right next to each other. But it does make me a little worried about the rest of these because this egg planter, she's got some acres on her. Might be a good maintenance item this winter. Damn, that is a cheapo wrench right there. Oh yeah, yeah. All right. These actually have bushings in them, and I think you can replace the bushings. This gal this winter is getting gone through again. Gonna really inspect those. Give her some love, give her some love. Got a depth gauge wheel with a crack in here. Got a replacement right there, except for it doesn't have the plastic cover on it. Got to rip it off real fast. Put it on that one. Shot of coffee. Okay, I think we're back together. We've gotten sipping a whopping 6 acres done. 6.6 acres done. 6.66 acres done. Go figure, right? Let's try and get back to planting. I honestly swear sometimes it doesn't even feel like I'm a farmer. It just feels like I'm a crisis manager some days. Ruh-roh. We're back to planting. Obviously. And we got raindrops. Got 6 or 7 acres left in this field. I can't tell if it's going to rain or not. I can't honestly tell. Molly made my lunch sandwiches today. Not homemade bread. Gotta make sure Bambi gets dinner nibbles too. We've actually got ourselves a treat here tonight. This has been riding around in my lunchbox for Molly had popcorn the other night. She didn't eat it all. Put me some Lowry salt on it. Let it get stale. That stuff, stale popcorn. Dang near 8 o'clock. Still hasn't rained. Not complaining about that at all. Out of beans. Gotta reload. Really kind of wonder how many more acres a day I can do if I had a bulk fill bean planter versus this box planter. 111 acres on a day. Gonna go refill again. Trying to keep going. There's storms all around me right now. A lot of big lightning show going up there to the north. Don't really see anything to the south. We'll just keep trucking along. But I think that's gonna be good enough for today's video. Don't you guys think? Yeah. Stick around. See you in the next one.